So we're just outside the Ridge Hill Working Men's Club in Stalybridge. About to go in and see what happens.
It's the oldest working men's club in the world, as far as we're aware. It's going to be exciting.
Let's just go
I'm open to it.
Let's just go and see what happens.
I've got some cheap pints.
Fair.
Go on, get in there.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers, nice one.
Yeah.
What are you boys doing tonight today?
Thank you very much.
No, we just sat here like boring bastards, you know. Fucking hell.
Can I have, what's good? What should I get?
Tell you what not to get.
Yeah, go on then.
Fucking 95%.
How's your knob head? It's right there.
I'm getting Amstel, me.
I'll have an Amstel. Yeah, Amstel please, yeah. Is this your regular then?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Right,
You get a, oh yeah.
your average
you're
shit
right,
all,
yeah.
isn't it?
I'm Ben.
Hey, Ben.
We'll be around for a bit. Nice to meet you. We've got Chris and Steve as well with us. We'll come and chat to you in a bit. We're just going to have a nice pint too.
Alright, yeah.
Nice one, fellas.
See you later, lads.
Nice
Hey.
pint. Nice pint. That'd be the best pint.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yeah. Yo! Where it began. Billy White. I've been coming in the club now for 31, 32 years. I met a girl from Stalybridge. That's the reason what brought me down to Stalybridge. I used to live in Mosley. I'm well known in Mosley for doing the Elvis show, the Elvis stuff and that. I've offered to do the Ridge Hill Club for 8 weeks because of the football. With the football being finished, I'm actually here every Sunday. It's usually 4 till 6. Whoever come in, they enjoy themselves. I've been doing the stuff myself, the Elvis tribute now for 22, maybe 23 years. Been all over the place. The furthest I've been is Cumbria, working. I've been abroad in different pubs and clubs and that, been offered work over there, but the only reason what stopped me from working over there were I had children at the time. They were still at secondary school, so to pack up and leave Staly Vegas, if you want to put it, I didn't want to go over to Spain. But anytime I go over to Spain, there's plenty of work over in Spain for me. So I've just local lad really. I've seen many singers what have just got up on the stage, and when they're on the stage, it's as though this is mine. Don't come up here. Where I like to interact with people, I walk off stage, I go into crowds, I go behind the bar.
Yeah.
I even go to the shop now and again, still singing a song, get a packet of cigarettes, come back to the pub or wherever I'm playing. So I've really enjoyed what I've done, and I'm not ready at the moment yet. I'm 56 next, and I'm hoping I've still got another few years left in me.
Would you say that you're like a bit of a celebrity around these parts?
I'd say I will, yeah. Well known. A lot of them know me as Billy Elvis.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We can go on together. Where's the suspicion?
I'm Alana Mason and I'm a barmaid.
And we can build a dream.
But you've worked here for how long did you say?
5 or 6 years.
Yeah. And then you started because you came here on one night, really enjoyed it,
Yeah.
and then the next day you started working.
Yeah.
here, so.
Like my mum's like, are you coming watching this band? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, of course we're aware, Ridge Hill Club. I'm like, oh, come on. No.
Yeah.
It's like, Mum, it's an old man's club. I'm not going in there. Come in, had the time of my life, met amazing people.
Yeah.
So I married them, and there was a job going. They rang me the day after and I started work.
No way.
I know I'd never worked in a bar before either. Ever.
Yeah.
But I love it. It is an atmosphere. It really is, and we need more people to come in. A working men's club, it has a persona where it's just for old men, isn't it? Like it's not. We get young ones, old ones. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I work here, drink here. I don't leave here. I come in here on my own.
Yeah.
Like, well, I did. I come in here on my own today and just chill.
Well,
I can speak to anybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see how this day turns out. So when was the first time you came in here? Can you remember that day?
The first time I ever played this club, there were 2 of us. If you realise on my speakers, I've got Elvis on one and I've got Billy Fury on the other.
Yeah.
I did actually start off with a lad doing the Billy Fury stuff.
Right.
And the first gig we ever got were in here. He went on first, and his first song, what he sung to a Pat pub, he realised he cocked up, and he told everybody, I've just ballsed up there with that first song, what I've done. Stopped what he was doing, he started it again. The steward at the time said to me, I'm not happy with what he's done. He's no like show sense or anything like that. Instead of him carrying on with it and letting everybody know, he said, you are welcome in my club anytime. He said, but don't fetch him away.
Really?
Tried to get rid of the lad. So I had to learn to do the Billy Fury stuff then. Right? So I'll do Billy Fury, Del Shannon, Paul Anka, but the Elvis stuff, I always seem to finish off suited, booted, wherever I usually am.
Can you tell us a story about the tea?
Well, it's called Paul Bishop, but
Bish.
we call him Bish. Well, I know he went to Benidorm and obviously had a few too many. He was sick in a bin. His friends tried fishing his teeth. Obviously, his teeth fell out.
They're dedicated friends.
Yeah, I know, yeah. There's no way I would have done. But yeah, so his friends tried fish, couldn't find them. 10, 11 years later, he gets up, postman comes, and his teeth...
10 years later?
10, 11 years, yeah. His teeth have been posted through his door with a letter. Yeah, basically, someone's found his teeth, obviously in a rubbish pile somewhere.
Yeah.
And then someone's tested it, got his DNA, and then gone on the database to find where he lives and sent him his teeth back. Yeah, but he keeps saying he's going to put them in a glass box on the wall. I'm like, I don't want to look at your teeth all the time.
That's pretty grim to be fair.
He said, yeah, and then he's going to he says he's going to laminate all the newspaper articles that were on it and put them all up. And people would travel from the world to see my teeth. I don't know about coming into work every day looking at his false teeth. There's always something different in here,
Really?
Always. Like I say, there's some characters that come in here. Some great characters.
Is there any characters in there we should look out for?
Well, obviously you've got Banny, you've got the committee, but then there's Sean McNamara on the committee. We call him Bomber.
Right.
He's a character.
Right.
There's loads of characters. It is just like a family.
You'll have to excuse the nut in the corner there, ladies and gentlemen. He don't mean no harm, do you, Baddy? Oh, all
2,
right.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6,
Every pub's got one or club. And unfortunately, Ridge Hill has got Banny.
So what's your name, sorry?
Nikki.
I'm quiet, Banny.
Oh, Bonnie the bastard.
You can't say that.
I can't understand.
Why do they call you Banny the Bastard?
Because I'm a bastard. That's it. I'm a taxi driver, I work till 2 o'clock, and I like to socialise with people. Ridge Club is the oldest club in fucking Stalybridge, right?
Yeah, in the world. In the world.
In the world. How come it's still open?
You tell us. You tell us.
Right.
It's got people like us.
Yeah, right.
Well, why did you keep coming here? What is it about this place that you love?
I'm single.
No,
My
it's
wife
people,
fucked me off,
people.
and I'm alright.
So how long have you been coming here for then?
Oh, okay. I used to own that house there, mate.
Did you?
Yeah,
Is that true?
Yeah.
yeah.
Right
And I-
across the road?
Yeah.
I used to come in here, I've been coming in here 30, 35 years, mate.
Fucking hell.
What do you mean fucking hell? No, the club.
I didn't think you were 35 years old.
I'm fucking 65, you cheeky bastard. Yeah.
So you've been coming here for 35 years?
Fuck
Yeah.
hell, yeah.
My dad's been coming in for longer. He's a lifetime member.
I'm an old man, mate.
My dad's,
Yeah.
You're not an old man.
I'm my age.
I don't walk with a limp.
My granddad is as well. They're both lifetime members of the club.
Wow. How long have you been coming here for then?
Since I could walk.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think.
You can't fucking walk anymore, so fucking leave it.
Yeah, so my dad used to bring me when I was about 4.
What does it mean to you then, this place?
Friends. Yeah, friends.
What does it mean to you?
Everything.
Yeah.
I come in here, have a drink. There are no beds there, you know what I fucking love. Right, thank you.
Thanks very
Hey,
much.
love you all.
Walk like an angel. Walk like an angel. Talk like an angel. But I got one. You're a bitch.
Like, you know when you had to sort of sack your colleague off?
Yeah.
How hard was that? Was that quite difficult at the time?
There were two things where I got him, where I thought to myself, whenever we were out playing anywhere after that, it was always my gear. And it was like me umping it about, taking it here, taking it in there. I'd meet him in the pub, him and his wife, and he'd do about half an hour.
Yeah.
And whatever money we were getting at the time, we were getting split half and half. And I thought to myself, I said, yeah, Paul, do the favour. I said, there's a book there. I said, there's 31 Billy Fury songs in that book. I said, there's a blank disc, there's a mini disc with the backing tracks. I said, learn some more songs. I said, because you're only doing 10. I said, out of the 10, you're doing 9. I said, because you're starting with Halfway to Paradise and you're finishing with Halfway to Paradise.
Right.
I said, so really you're cocking yourself up. You're doing like 10 songs, but all right, I will do then. I'll learn some more. And then it went on for weeks. If you had a chance to learn, no, every time I get the gear out, she always wobbles and all that. I went, Paul, this is more interesting. I'm more thinking in you getting yourself better rather than me carry you. I said, for what you are doing, I said, I might as well do 10 songs and come my own way. Well, if that's where you want to be then. Well, we left on good terms, but he must be kicking himself now thinking what I had or what we had, honestly. And that's the only reason why I got the speakers, because I swapped my other speakers for those ones. I had a set of JBL, and these come my way, and I thought, that'd be ideal, that. I do the Elvis stuff, he does the Billy Fury. They were already painting on for us, so.
What do you, there's loads of conspiracies that I hear about Elvis Presley, especially if you go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right, so apparently he's still alive and kicking. Is it you?
I wish it were.
Are you Elvis?
I wish it were.
Are you actually Elvis Presley? Because you're doing a pretty convincing tribute to him now, Billy. I'm not sure. I think you could be Elvis.
I've had to keep it a secret for a long time. 2 lads today have just sussed out who I actually am. Thank you very much. Keep it quiet.
Amazing. Did you ever see Elvis?
No, I got to go to Las Vegas and see some of the places where he played and that.
Yeah.
Me and my missus were supposed to be getting married a few years ago. It were booked to go to Memphis, Las Vegas. We was going to get married in Las Vegas, and we paid for everything. My father-in-law took poorly, so we cancelled the holiday. So I lost whatever. My brother and his wife at the time, they ended up using our tickets. So they went to Graceland twice. They did this twice. They did that twice because everything and because we cancelled.
And they could have just come here and had the whole experience with you.
Easy, honestly. My brother actually said, if you come to Las Vegas, I'll pay for you to get married by Elvis impersonator, and we're going to keep it all quiet.
Yeah.
And then come back home, tell her mum and dad that we got married. Yeah. Tell my dad that, because I lost my mum a good few years ago. And my mum had been here at the time. Now she'd have been my agent, and she'd have been one of them. Whatever my son wants, he gets. Yeah. So, say for instance, I don't know. If it 150, she'd make sure it 150. If it £200, she'd make sure it was £200. And she'd have put it well to him, that lot. My dad looked up to me. And then I lost my dad 4 years ago. And he was my idol, my dad. My dad used to run pubs and clubs and different stuff and that lot. He passed away 4 years ago. That were a bit upsetting for us.
Sorry to hear that, mate.
Went in hospital for a chest infection. Before we knew it, in a week, it had gone from my dad to frail old man, and I'm thinking, where's my dad gone? Jesus. I even looked in the bed as if to say, where is he?
Jesus Christ.
Lovely. Legions and all that, what they said. But my dad, whenever I were playing anywhere, he'd said to whoever, that's my lad there. He used to come in here. I used to play his pub up Mosley and that for him, and the friendship and that. In Mosley, played different pubs, wherever I were playing really. Local, like the Church Inn. I've done this club. I've done the pub over the road, the Fox. There used to be a pub on the estate called the Peacock. I used to play there regular. I've done the Church Inn, which is just down the road from here. Yeah. Cold Feet Club. There's not many pubs or clubs I haven't played in Stalybridge.
What does this place mean to you then?
It means a lot. It's a dead good community pub and that lot, yeah.
What would you say to people who live in the kind of surrounding area who are a bit tentative of coming in because it's got a stigma?
It's not really like that,
It's not
No, it's not really like that. No, it's like a different clientele.
So to keep this place alive, what would you say to those people if you could send a message?
Just come in and support the place. Keep coming in, support the place. It's local and that, like, it's one of the oldest pubs, one of the oldest clubs in history. This, so people should come in more often.
There you go, little devil in disguise, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much.
Andy Kenworthy.
How long have you been coming here for?
Since 1992.
Can you remember the first day that you came in here?
Yep. I come in. My dad turned out to be the steward after a few years.
Yeah.
There's a geezer in there called Tony Hurst, absolute amazing footballer, round same side, Great Manchester, awesome. My dad said to Tony, he went, my lad can play football.
About you?
Yeah. Tony went, oh, I've heard this a lot of times. My dad went, no, he's really good. So my dad went, come on Tony, give me a chance. Tony went, right, got this game, Stanley Park pitch, give him a shot, but he can't play under his real name. We'll have to play him under someone else's. So like a ringer, ringer.
Right.
Scored 4 goals after that game. Tony said to my dad, can we sign him? My dad went, of course he can. Done, job done.
So you were signed?
And I've been here since.
So this place must mean a lot to you now then?
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
It means the world.
This place, Ridge Hill Working Men's Club?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking hell, amazing.
Absolutely.
What do you think of the people that come here as well?
They're all nice. They're all nice people.
What would you say to people, because obviously like working men's clubs and like British Legions and stuff, we've noticed you get people who like feel a little bit like tentative to go through the door and it's stuff like, there is like a world inside there.
Because I think it's boring, don't they?
Well, I think it's boring, I think it might be a bit rough, or like you might get looked at in a weird way.
Working men's clubs are never rough.
It's true.
They're just boring.
They're not boring for us.
But that's what people think.
Yeah.
I mean, you play bingo, you have a pint of fucking smooth, bitter, and they put you in that category, you know what I mean? But this place is awesome.
What would you say to people who don't necessarily think that this place is for them?
Just come out and try it.
Try it.
Try it.
Just step through the fucking door. Yeah. Try it. Like, get a pint. Does it frustrate you that people not coming through the doors that you know that would enjoy it?
Yeah. Back in the day, man, you used like City Man United, and you couldn't get a seat.
Yeah.
You couldn't get a seat. Crammed out. You'd have to ring and ask one of your mates, get me some. You know what I mean?
Serious?
Yeah. Rammed. But because like your brewers and all that, they've killed it. They've killed it because they're selling cheaper to fucking Tesco's and Asda. Sorry for swearing.
No,
but that's what they've done. So they've knocked their ass out of it because their mainstay now is like Asda, Tesco's. Yeah. Why go out when you can go and buy a fucking crate for 10 quid?
It's true though, isn't
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Have you ever had a mate who's not wanted to come down here? Or has it always been like...
My mate Frank, he's never been in here.
Oh really?
Yeah,
it's the first
never
time
been
today?
in. Yeah, he just moved up the road. I said, come on, let's go up Ridge Hill for. He went, I don't know anyone. I went, you'll know it. I said, you'll know everyone. I said, come in. He's coming, and he's fucking knowing everyone.
Yeah.
He went, bloody hell. Oh, it's great in here.
Yeah.
How much for a pint? That cheap? Great. Do you know what I mean?
Under a tenner for 3 pints. Like, you don't get it in Manchester now, do you?
No.
No chance.
So when you first started coming in here, so when you started drinking in here, right?
That were 1992.
1992. So if you picture that, God, that 1992, fucking hell. So how's it different now on a Friday night to how it was then on a Friday night?
Massively.
Really?
Massively. So, like, early 90s and that, coming.
God, that's a good period to come to pubs. That early 90s, I wish I was fucking... And
90s,
sorry.
I watched an Oasis in 90s. You know what I mean? Without coming in here. Massively rammed all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
You could smoke then as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Smoke, fucking, I'd go home, me, stink of smoke, and I've never tried smoking. I've have to put my fucking clothes in the washing machine because I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
But it was rammed.
Yeah.
Rammed. Times have changed, haven't they?
Definitely.
Innit?
But I don't think that the pubs have changed. I think that the people supplying the fucking booze to the pubs have changed. Because they put all the prices up and
driving small places like this out of
business. Because why fucking deal with Ridge Hill Club when you could deal with Tesco's for £2 million?
That's it. What do you reckon places like this can do to stay alive for longer?
Try the fucking hardest.
Graft.
Try the hardest.
Get people in.
Yeah, but it's just fucking dying. It's a dying fucking trade, isn't it? Because it's not like me and you don't want to come. The hierarchy are killing us off. You know what I mean? You lose all your friends and your family and that, as it was. You come in here, and all your mates are still there for you.
That's right.
Now, if this place weren't open, what would I do?
It's almost like
I can't go in
cheers.
here and cheers you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to go and find some other place, wouldn't you?
Yeah. What was it
Like in Manchester and pay £17 for a pint of Guinness.
Exactly.
And none of your mates there.
That's right.
You come into a local pub like this, club,
Yeah.
see your mates, let off some steam.
Yeah.
Everyone's there for you. You're there for them.
That's right.
Everyone bonds.
Yeah.
And
you can annihilate someone at pool as well at the same time.
it's just because I'm awesome. Really. and football. Put that on there as well.
Amazing.
I'll tell you now, something, and this is the gospel honest truth. You can ask my grandkids when you go in there, you can ask my missus. I've been doing this now, like I said, 20 odd years. And as soon as I go to the bathroom to get myself sorted, as soon as I put that toothbrush to my mouth, I'm heaving because of nerves.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I still get nervous today, right? And that's when I start ripping my throat, so I can't have nothing to eat. Because if I have anything to eat and I'm sick and anything comes up and it rips me, my throat's bollocks. My throat's bollocks. That's why I think I'm good at what I'm doing. Right? I'm not saying I'm so good. I know how to handle myself before. I seen somebody not so long ago, a lad, belting singer, but he's done about 4 or 5 songs. Bit overweight, 4 or 5 songs, and he was sweating. You could see that, and you could see it. And I said to my brother, I'll tell you something now. I said, I'm glad I've been doing it 20 odd years.
Yeah.
I said, because looking at him, he's not going to last as long as what I have. And
that just shows you as well, because like,
Yeah.
obviously you care just as much as you did when you first started as much now.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
No, honestly, you got to. I remember being in pubs and clubs where I've been in a back room, suited and booted, and I'm trying to get an adrenaline going, to get that adrenaline, and I've been slapping myself silly, round the face, whacking myself, just to build something up, and then as soon as you come out, that first song, that's how you grab them.
Yeah.
Once you grab them, you know they'll stay.
I mean, what would it take to be a great Elvis impersonator? 3 words. What does it take?
3 words.
Yeah.
The Elvis way.
Yeah.
TCB. Taking care of business.
Oh,
Honestly, taking care of business. Right. Thank you very much.
There you go. Thank you very much. If you notice, ladies and gentlemen, that's a Philharmonica version.